Hi, man. So,
the coffee or what?
I know right now you're missing the big game. How do you feel about like the MLS Cup final? Like, give me one word that would describe that to you. Without
What?
cursing.
What?
One word to describe the MLS Cup
was.
final.
Was what?
What?
No, like what is that?
Oh, what is the word?
No, what?
W-H-A-T.
No, yeah, W-H-A-T. You got it right. You spelled it correctly.
Question
too.
mark or
No
exclamation?
question mark. More like a hashtag at the end. Like what? And then hashtag what? You know?
So does it mean anything to you that Seattle Sounders are on their way to maybe winning back-to-back MLS Cup finals? And Toronto's in the final again with Josie Altidore, your boy Michael Bradley, Jovinko. I mean, does that mean anything to you?
What are these players? I'm a little confused.
Are you?
Yeah, is this not Chivas?
No. So, like, what other kind of game would you rather watch or anything, sporting event, instead of the MLS Cup final?
Water polo. It's like a soccer, but in the water. It's like two things at once. You know how people do fusion food, like Asian and American? Like
Cajun? Cajun Asian?
Cajun, yeah, Cajun Asian. That's a good one. See, this is like a perfect mix of aerobics, right? Non-moving,
Surf and turf.
surf and turf, okay? You have the perfect little nets, guys.
So, could you name me...
Can you get off my car, please?
What do you
Can
think...
you get off my car?
what do you think, Sacramento? Do you think they have opportunity to make the MLS next week when they decide?
No,
No.
not even
So,
close.
between Sacramento, Nashville, Detroit, and Cincinnati, can you right now, on the spot, tell me the two cities that you choose over Sacramento?
Nashville.
Nashville?
That's all I care about.
What about Cincinnati and Detroit? Minutes later.
Detroit, obviously.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit. What's up, everybody? I just finished watching the MLS Cup final. Not gonna lie, it was pretty interesting. Last 10 minutes. First goal looked a little bit outsized, but it counted. And well, I'm happy for Toronto. And you know, they were there last year. I thought they should have won last year as well, but you know, the money they invested, all the top players they had, and I'm just glad to see the MLS kind of getting a little bit of attention from the people, at least the locals. And well, anyways, we're gonna continue on this vlog with a little Christmas party later on, so we'll get you a little more trivia, see how that goes. So, how do you feel about the MLS Cup final earlier? Did you watch it? Why not?
Boring.
Why?
Boring.
Carlos, what about you, man?
Hey, puros pinches tigres.
You go for Juárez
Bravos también. Pero tigres sí, bravos.
and Atlas.
But the Atlas are foxes, so it's tigres, horses, then the foxes. Hey guys,
Animal Planet.
Hey, look at Ozio. Look at
Who
Ozio.
wants to get married next year?
No,
That's kids.
when are we recording? Oh yeah, I'm 28.
Oh, really?
I love connection.
I'm 25.
So what do you know about soccer, Rocio?
Oh, you know, the ball and the goalies, the players.
There's a lot of kicking too.
They kicked the ball.
All right. Thank you. So we're out here with Mauricio. Mauricio, how do you feel about Cruz Azul's new signing, Carlos Fierro?
No. Who is that guy?
That's how he feels.
100%.
Caixinha is decent.
Casillas is a good signing. Too bad he can't play on the field.
Too bad, yeah.
Un saludo a todos de Salinas, right?
Salinas, Guanacareo, Santa Cruz.
Gonzales, California. I'm out here super excited about Liga MX final. Today, I see 2 goals each, little 3-3, go to PKs. I don't know. I know Monterrey has maybe a more complete team. Maybe they're fresher, younger, a new kind of thing. But Tigres has been together for so long that you just can't count out experience in these kind of games. Y el Tuca es el Tuca. I've seen them lose finals, but I can see them winning. I can see them winning a tight game. So expect a nice little 2-2 maybe, but there's going to be goals today. You know, we'll see how it goes. ¿Estamos, Heriberto?
Al 100 y
Al 100.
pasadito. No pasa nada.
¿No?
No, ¿y si pasa?
No.
Are you doing the dog thing?
¿Ya vas a ir a ver la final right now or you're not interested?
Ahí vamos en chinga.
¿Ya?
Sí.
¿Un saludo a alguien? ¿No?
No, nadie en particular. A la novia de mi hermano del rancho de Tamaulipas.
Good morning, good morning. We're out here getting ready to go to work. And I told y'all, 3-2 Tigres. I called it. Got video footage of it. I guess if you're going to bet on the game, just hit me up. I got you. The MLS final was all right. It's pretty good TV. It was on a Saturday afternoon. I had nothing else to watch, so it was all right. But yesterday, not the final I expected, like back and forth. But there was goals that were early. They happened, you know. I think the big difference is, you know, Liga MX final. You know, they got about 10 players that can go to the World Cup, potentially. Ecuador, for Argentina. If Gignac gets called, which is small chance, but France, Mexico, USA. Oh, never mind, they're not going. Sorry, I had to throw that one out there. I think the big question is, you know, when you watch an MLS final, there's some national team players. But there's potentially only 2 or 3 that can go to the World Cup, and 2 of them are going for Panama. You know, so, I mean, not to minimize Panama at all, but you can't compare that with a goalie who's going to go with Argentina, Nahuel Guzman. Players like Gignac, who played in the Euro Cup final, been to World Cups with France. Players like Ener Valencia that will be there with Ecuador. And then a number of players are going to go with Mexico to the World Cup. You know, so you're comparing players that will be in the World Cup in Russia and an MLS final that maybe had 1 or 2. You know, Jamico doesn't get called by Italy, but they're not going to the World Cup anyways. You know, you got Bradley, Altidore, Dempsey. We already know they're not going this year either. So I think it's just a difference of stars. I know the MLS right now so far has been winning the battle with some of the guys coming back from Europe, and they prefer to go to the MLS. But they got to ask themselves why. Why do they prefer to go to the MLS? I think it's the kind of the level of competition. Some players, especially the Mexican ones that are coming back, are thinking dollar bills. And why not go to a city like LA and make hella money? You know, make a bunch of money while they're playing. So I think that's the biggest thing right there. And on my way to work, and I was just thinking a lot, you know. I don't want to sound negative to the MLS fans because I do want Sacramento to have a team. I do want to have the MLS here. I do want to have a new stadium. I do want to have teams from Europe and teams from South America, teams from Central America, teams from Mexico coming over here for Conca Champions. You know, imagine a Tigres versus Sac Republic in a Conca Champions game, you know, in downtown Sacramento. I mean, the amount of people there would be ridiculous. So I do want that to happen. I just see from the outside, because obviously I'm not in the league, and obviously I didn't play in the league, but I'm just seeing as a fan, it's really hard for me to buy in yet when I see a lot of little things that I really don't understand, you know, as far as, for instance, you know, the one game MLS final. I know people will say, well, we want the one game, all the attention on one game. But yeah, Seattle has to play on the road again after last year, you know, and I just feel like, yeah, the record thing happens, but using the MLS and comparing it to U.S. sports has to stop. You know, has to stop. The MLS needs to do things the soccer way and not the American way. And I think Taylor Twellum said it right, you know, on ESPN. It's like, who are we to say this is the way it's done when, you know, the results have been there. You know, the results are there. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of change coming forward, because now the MLS is going to go into a break for 2-3 months. And this doesn't benefit anyone, especially not players that are going to the World Cup and playing for their countries. And they're going to take 3 months off potentially from games before another 3 months period to go to the World Cup. So, I mean, ideally, if you're going to the World Cup, you want to be playing. You want to be in rhythm. You want to be playing games every week until that happens. So we'll see what happens with Carlos Vela, Giovanni, Jonathan Dos Santos. You know, I know there's rumor that the MLS saying they're not going to allow them to go play somewhere else, which is going to be kind of bummer for these players. Even the Panamanians, you don't never know where they want to go play for a little bit. You know, players that are going to the World Cup. And just some other ones that are playing in the MLS as well. So, anyways, make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends. Share the link. You know, I know you're tired of me promoting it all over the place on IG and everything else. But hook me up, okay? On Instagram, follow me at 9.tv. Make sure you add me, follow me. And then I got a personal account on Twitter, Sasha Guti, at Sasha Guti on Twitter. So hit me up. Have a good one.